Welcome for another round of fast abs. For today's session, you need a yoga block. If you don't have one, not a big deal. It's used for a little balancing act and a couple set of light weights, 2, 3, 5 pounders if you have them. Weights are always optional. If you have a couple large soup cans, those will work too. You will find what will work best for you as we're going. First thing that we're going to do, reminder, is we have 6 exercises. Each exercise is completed for 40 seconds and you have 15 seconds in between for a rest transition. So we are going to go ahead and get started. Grabbing your block for the first set. We are going to start down onto the mat for a leg extension. And for this leg extension, you're going to place that block onto the shins. Bring your forearms down by your side, make a little V-sit. And then you're going to extend your legs out as far as you can with control. Use that core to draw them back in. And here we go, 40 seconds, down and up. The block is here as a little reference point, trying to keep ourselves stabilized so that the block doesn't fall off. So you could use just a throw pillow or just something there as a reference to help manage the stability as you lower and lift. You inhale to lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. You're also using those quads just a little bit, keeping that lower abdominal nice and tight. And you pull in, extend out, pull in, extend out, and we have our rest. All right, the next one we have is we are going to still use that block or anything as a reference point. We're just going to set it in the center. Coming back to that V-sit onto our hands here, or you can come to your forearms. We are going to straddle this block and we're going to lift up, touch the feet at the top, lower down, lift up and lower, lift up and lower. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Also working those legs just a little bit here. Here we go. Trying to lower all the way down, tapping that floor maybe, coming up and bringing those feet together at the top. Almost there, hang in. Keep it going. And rest. All right, set that block off to the side. Here's where you have the option to use the weights. Again, you don't even need to use the weight. If you have the weights, set one on each side. We're going to start in a high plank position. You can also do this on your forearms if you need, or have one leg down. You're going to step the left foot in, have that left hand as you're stabilized, grab that weight on the right side, lift up and lower back to that high plank, step back, right foot in. You're going to lift that left weight up and lower back to the high plank, alternating sides, tapping the foot in, opposite arm, lift the weight up. Here we go. Try not to lean too far to the left as you lift that arm up to the side, and having to really stabilize by keeping your entire core section nice and tight, especially when we're lifting. Keeping that neck nice and neutral. And here we go. You have that rest transition. We're going to come up onto the floor and we're going to do some goddess crunches. We're going to have our heels in, toes out, come down to a goddess pose. Light grip behind the head, crunch the right elbow down, center, other side, trying to really reach that elbow towards that knee. See if you can actually tap that elbow to that knee. Side oblique action here. Stay nice and low. Also work those inner thighs, pressing those knees back behind us. Exhale, inhale, center, exhale, crunch. Almost there, keep it going. Nice. All right, we're staying in the wide-legged stance here. So now we're gonna bring our toes in and we're gonna have our heels out just slightly. We're gonna hinge halfway, kind of having a flat back, really pressing those glutes back. Now you can also do this down onto your knees if you have sensitivity in your lower back. Again, hands behind your head, slight little grip. Bringing that elbow down towards that floor, looking over to the side. Come back to the center, change sides, here we go. Alternating sides. Really trying to keep the elbow lifted as you crunch down, lifting that left elbow up, back to the center, dropping that left elbow down as you raise the right arm up. Squeezing those inner thighs together as well. Option to come down to those knees and doing to the knees and alternating sides. All right, back onto that floor. Here we go. Placing that block or a pillow, something just to hold on between your ankles. And we're gonna tap ankle down to the side, come to the center, and tap to the other side and center. Here we go. Tapping side, center, side, center, side, center, side, center. You can also do this on your back. If you have a little sensitivity, you can bend your knees and act more like a windshield wiper. Just listening to your body, making sure that you're not overstraining yourself. Taking whichever level is appropriate for you. And we rest. So we have our 45-second rest period. We're gonna start at the top, those same 6 exercises all over again. So grab a quick little drink of water. Take a little moment to reset. We're gonna come back up at the top. All right, and at the top, coming back down to the mat, having that block. Coming into a V-sit stance, we're gonna place that block on top of the shins. Again, you can come down to your forearms. You can even do this on the back. I will show you how you can do this on the back. You place the block onto your shins, just how we normally would. Arms down by your side for support, and you're gonna extend those legs out. If you're on your back, make sure to really keep that lower back attached to the mat when you extend those legs out. This is another great option versus the V-sit. Kind of releases those hip flexors a little bit, coming down onto the back. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, crunch. All right, coming back up. We're gonna place that block onto the ground. Straddling that block. Again, V-sit, or you can come down to your forearms here. You could also do this on your lower back, laying all the way down on your back. Extend out, bring the legs up, touch them up at the top, tap the ground, come down, lift up, tap the ground, lift up, tap the ground, lift up, and tap the ground. Really using that core to help lift your legs rather than just depending on those muscles in your legs to lift up. That core is our focus here. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. One more. All right. Coming back to those planks. Again, weight is optional. You don't need to have the weight to do these plank step-ins. If you have your weights, one on each side, you're going to start into a high plank position. Stepping the right foot in and grabbing that weight on the left hand, flying out to the side, lower down. Stepping the left foot in, grabbing the weight on the right, lift up and lower. Alternating sides, making sure that you have your stability before you go and try to lift that arm, especially if you have that weight. And really trying to eliminate any leaning over to the side to help lift that weight. You want to pull that core in tight, pull it in towards that spine to lift. Almost there. These are tough, I know. And down. Whew. All right, coming up to the top to our goddess elbow to knee crunch. Goddess pose, you're gonna have your heels in, toes out. Squatting down, trying to bring those the knees back behind you, slight grip behind your head. And you're gonna crunch down, trying to get that elbow towards that knee, come up to the center, other side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Really focusing on tightening up those side obliques when you crunch down. And then you use those side obliques to help pull yourself back up. Really crunch down. Aim for that knee. Touch that elbow to your knee. All right, staying up and wide. Now we're gonna bring our toes in, heels out. Option to come down onto your knees if it feels too much into your lower back. You're gonna hinge your weight forward slightly. Hands behind your head, nice little grip so you're not pulling down on your neck. And we're gonna bring that elbow down towards the floor. Look over to the side, come back up neutral, other side. Really trying to bring that bottom elbow down, lifting that top elbow up as you look over to the side. You get more of a benefit here if you focus on the form and have that control. Option to come up for that wide-legged forward fold. All right, almost there, coming back down to the mat. Grabbing onto that block or a pillow, squeezing it between your ankles. Coming onto your forearms, hands down by your side for the support. And we're gonna tap that ankle down to the floor, center, and over towards the other side. So really using those lower abdominal muscles to help control the movement. Trying to keep your chest lifted so that you're pressing through those forearms so that you're not caving down in. Almost there. Stay with it. Let's finish strong. And you've completed. Now, if you have the time and you feel extra strong today, repeat this whole round one more time. So you do 3 times through total. It gives you about another 6 minutes of working out on your core focus. Again, this is Stephanie with Fast Abs number 2. Hope you enjoyed it and got a little sweaty like I did. All right, until next time, aloha.